And welcome back, everybody.
Third week in a row.
Week in a row.
I mean, we're going to have to, I don't know if you guys can see this, but where Austin's name is, I mean, I think if you make it one more week, we got to take his name off.
Man, 3 weeks in a row. I don't know if I won something to be here or lost something, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, dude, episode 52. Big episode. I think this is going to be the best episode we've ever had.
Dude, last week's episode that was almost 2 hours did really well.
Let's go.
It did better than our first episode together.
That was episode 50, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
That was 50.
That was a big one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, episode 52, going to be a great episode. We're going to start off with who we're dedicating the episode to, as always. Going to do our overview today of streaming versus cable versus network. We all got to watch our first race on Amazon Prime, so that's going to be interesting to talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. We're going to recap the World Coke 600. You like that?
Thank you, Ross.
Yeah. Thank you, Ross. We'll do our standouts, get updates on how those guys are doing. Our predictions for Nashville this week. Should be a good race. And then Spencer will lead us in the Drop the Green bets. We'll get an update to see how the Coke 600 treated Spencer this week. And we will close with me winning the Choose Who Zone as always.
Okay.
But my name is Colby.
My name's Spencer.
And let's drop the green.
In the land of shining cold, back down that valley where the roosters crow, and a man defends his own. I got no problems if I stand alone. In the land of shining cold, back down that valley where the roosters crow, and a man defends his own. I got no problems if I stand alone.
No, Colby, you asked a great question. I don't know if you guys heard, but I was drinking Pepsi Zero, and the reason for that is we have Nashville this weekend, and so I'm trying to save my liver a little bit because it's gonna be. I'm going.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like an alcoholic over here.
Well, you should.
I'm drinking this giant Modelo.
You should.
I'm getting ready for Mexico week.
Already.
Yeah.
That's what we ought to do. We ought to wear sombreros that week.
Yes.
Whole Mexican theme.
Get a margarita.
Yes.
For
Let's do
Mexico
that.
week.
I mean, you're going to be on the show.
Dude, I swear to God, if I'm not on for Margarita Week,
Yeah.
I ain't talking to you guys ever again.
No, we'll definitely do that.
I'm leaving the group chat.
So themed, right? You heard it here first.
Yeah. Themed.
Mexican when they go to Mexico.
When they go to Mexico,
Okay.
which is Father's Day. It's
Yeah,
Father's Day weekend.
That's right. So
Yep.
it's coming up.
It is coming up. I think it's like the third week of June, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe the second. I don't know. I'm not looking at a calendar. But that'll be great.
That will be great.
Yeah.
That will be great. All right. Let's get into it. Episode 52. Who do you have for us this week, Colby?
I have a gentleman named Earl Ross.
Earl Ross.
And I will say I didn't know a thing about Earl Ross. Excuse me. Before I was doing my research, this guy raced in the Cup Series in the 70s.
Okay.
But honestly, he's a really interesting guy.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of run through what I found.
Yeah.
Did you know Earl Ross, this guy, is the only Canadian to ever win a NASCAR Cup Series race?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in total, and I read this on Wikipedia, so I'm going to get this way wrong, because it went through Wikipedia, then it went through me.
Yeah.
Now it's going to you. But
Yeah.
I think in total, there's
And
only
it's going
been
to
like
4,000 listeners.
Yeah. I think, sorry. Got a funny text. There's only been like 5 people not from the United States win a Cup Series race. And this guy's one of them. He is a member of the London, Ontario, Canada, Sports Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So this guy worked a lot of different jobs. He's one of those guys that really kind of made it on his own for a long time. So he was a race car driver. He was a truck driver. He was a car salesman. He owned a manufacturing company.
This is like back in the day, which is like hard to believe that these guys really had 9 to 5s.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for me sometimes to wrap my mind around
Yeah.
that Chase Elliott just goes home.
He'd be bagging groceries at Kroger.
Yes, dude, he would.
Yeah,
I mean, if he was trying to, let's be honest, he wouldn't even be racing. If it was that hard, I don't think he'd have the willpower to do it.
I don't know if he would.
Not like Earl Ross.
Not like Earl Ross.
No.
Not like this tough Canadian.
No.
He was also a Ford executive, and he was an amateur pilot, just like Chase Elliott. But he would fly himself to different races. He got his start in racing because he started building race cars for people when he did this manufacturing company. And he built a race car for somebody, and then that person was too scared to race in that race. And so since he built the car, he's like, well, I don't want to go to waste. I'll drive it.
Yeah.
And he won his first ever race, which I thought was insane.
Dude, that's a good story.
Yeah.
What movie is this?
I don't. Good job.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It's cool. And then afterwards, after that, he partnered with McCacken.
Okay.
Am I saying that right? Actually, you have no idea.
I have no clue.
He partnered with these brothers up in Canada, and they won 3 Canadian track championships up there on their local circuit. So this guy could wheel and deal. He has one cup race win, and it was in Martinsville in 1974. In total, this guy only ran 26 cup races.
Oh.
But listen to the stat, and you'll be like, whoa. And he raced in between 73 and 76.
Yeah.
He's got that one win.
Okay.
He's got 10 top 10s and 5 top 5s. 10 top 10s and 26 cup races.
That's pretty good.
The one thing that I could not find anywhere was why he cut his career in the Cup Series short. Because, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but in the 90s, he raced a little bit in the NASCAR Canadian Series.
Okay.
Did not know that was a thing. But in the 90s, he raced in that, so I don't know why his
passport issues?
I don't know. Dude.
Okay.
He's also your 1974, same year he won Martinsville, Winston Cup Rookie of the Year.
Nice.
So pretty big accolade there.
Yeah.
But like I said, he raced from 73 to 76, but in 75 and 76, so the last 2 years of his career, he only competed in 2 events, and then that's when he retired from Cup. So it sounds like he raced 1 year in 75, or 1 race in 75, 1 race in 76, and then he retired. He passed away in 2014, and then the last little bit I got on him, I read the story and I thought it was pretty funny. So he's getting accepted in that Hall of Fame that I told you about earlier
in Canada.
And at this point, he's in bad health.
Yeah.
And so he's in a motorized wheelchair. And so they call his name, and he kind of like drives on up to the microphone, and he goes, "I used to be faster."
That is funny.
But yeah,
that is funny.
Earl Ross.
Earl Ross,
the only Canadian NASCAR Cup Series winner. Great trivia question.
That is
Earl Ross. And a great NASCAR name, Earl Ross.
I know it does roll off the tongue.
Yeah, it does.
Something about Ross.
Oh, Ross.
Ross and winning.
Yeah,
that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
well, what I got for you is very interesting.
Let's go.
Because I have another Canadian.
You do? Really?
I do. Yes, sir.
Dude, what is up with the Canadians?
I know.
52.
In the 52.
It's because they're going to be the 52nd state.
You'd have to have 51 first.
Shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, something might be for sale.
Yeah.
Greenland.
Greenland. Yeah, we'll buy Greenland.
Yeah.
Stewart J. Friesen from Ontario, Canada. And when I looked at it, I'm not familiar with Canada. It said Niagara Lake, Ontario, Canada.
That's up there outside Buffalo, New York.
Yes. It's
somewhere up there.
That's exactly where he grew up racing in New York. His family owned a racetrack. He raced go-karts. And pretty much what I got from Stewart Friesen is he is a dirt phenom.
Oh, let's go.
He's amazing. So he was the Race of Champions Dirt Modified champion in 2010.
Okay.
2013.
So this guy's pretty recent.
2013.
Okay.
2014.
Oh, you're going.
And 2015.
He was a truck champion?
No. Race of Champions Dirt Modified champion. Tour champion. He's racing dirt modifieds.
Okay.
He's racing dirt
he's on
modifieds.
float.
Yeah, yeah, he's on float.
Yeah.
And he's won 4. That's crazy.
Dang, that is pretty good.
He almost has 400 dirt modified wins. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, almost 400 wins. He's a short track Super Series North and South champion in 2020. He made his NASCAR debut, so his Truck Series debut, at Eldora Speedway. Who would have guessed it?
Yeah.
With this team right there that's on the side of his car, it says Halmar.
I see it.
Yeah, Halmar Racing.
I think so.
And so at Eldora, they were like, he paired up with them, and they were like, we're just going to do one race, 2016. We're going to do Eldora. They didn't do well, and they were like, you know what? Let's run it back 5 more times. And so they ran it back 5 more times that year. Nothing crazy. And that was in 2016. The next year, 2017, they merged and created Halmar Friesen Racing. Was born. And that year he finished 14th in points in the Truck Series. This is the Truck Series.
Pretty good.
2018 he finished 7th in the Truck Series.
Got much better.
Yep. 19 finished 4th, and he got his first 2 wins.
Oh, let's go.
One being at Eldora. Who would have guessed it? And I didn't write down where the other one was. So. But I think it was Phoenix.
You just make
it
up.
No, it was Phoenix.
You do what I do, just make it up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Phoenix. So finished 4th in 2019. 2020 had a bit of a down year that year. 15th, 21, 6th, 22, 6th, and he got his 3rd win in the Truck Series. 2023 he finished 12th, and in 2024 he's finished 12th. So and to back up, in 2021, he made 1 NASCAR Cup Series start. Can you guess where? 2021.
2020 Bristol Dirt.
Yep. Bristol Dirt for Spire,
baby.
For Spire Motorsports of the number 77.
Let's go.
Is what Stewart Friesen has raced.
He walks so Carson can run.
That's right. He's only raced 1 Cup race.
I wonder how he finished.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
It actually wasn't good. But that was when Spire was pretty bad.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah. But clearly he is really good at dirt. It seems to me that not that he's lighting it up off the page, but he's shown some success in trucks, and it seems like since he's got his own team, they're funding it, he's just content to stay there.
So he's still racing today?
Yeah, he's racing this year. 2025, he hasn't won or anything, but
I'll cheer for him.
Yeah, he's I don't remember where he was in points this year in trucks, but he's still racing, has raced every race this year. Let's just see real quick. He is...
You know the numbers are tough when we go Truck Series.
Yeah. But this is who I remember being in trucks. Like I was telling you before the show, he finished 2nd at Atlanta this year, has a top 10 finish at Vegas and a top 10 finish at Martinsville and another top 5 at Kansas. So pretty good. Now the other ones are pretty bad. But solid, maybe
those are tough tracks.
Those are tough tracks, except for Atlanta, that's just super speedway.
Yeah, but Kansas and
Martinsville. And as well as Vegas. And then we'll see how he does this weekend at another kind of 1.5 mile, 1.2 mile track.
Yeah,
in Nashville. So he'll be racing.
Let's go, Stewart.
But so this week we got Stewart Friesen Earl Ross edition.
That's right.
Episode 52.
52.
I know. It's crazy. All right, man. Let's get into it a little bit with our overview. So this was one that I just think was perfect timing. Streaming versus cable versus the networks. And I know networks and cable kind of the same thing a little bit.
Yeah.
But now every network has their own streaming thing, so they could easily fix this problem. But first off, what'd you think about Amazon?
I liked it.
Did you like Prime?
Did you get to watch the pre-race show?
I watched a little bit of the
Corey
pre-race show.
Carl, and then I can't remember that girl's name.
I can't remember her name either.
But it was cool. It was like a little college game day atmosphere. Had fans behind them.
Oh yeah,
they were down there close to the infield.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed that. I thought the coverage was really good. Mm-hmm. I mean, you were never just on a commercial and could not see the race.
So how many minutes of traditional commercials do you think they had? If you had to guess.
God, dude, I don't know. Are you talking about not side by side?
Not side by side. Traditional
I don't
commercials.
think they had any that wasn't.
They did. They did.
That wasn't side by side?
Yeah, I mean, stage breaks. They took full
I
commercials.
guess that's true, yeah. Man, probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
9.
9?
9 minutes of traditional commercials.
Let's go.
That's crazy.
We love Amazon Prime.
I mean, that, again, I'm still not the biggest fan of side-by-side, but I know it has to be done. It
has to be done.
And I can live with side-by-side. 9 minutes of traditional commercials is unreal.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, that we didn't miss a second of live action.
Yeah.
9 minutes of commercials.
That's what I took the most out of it when
Yeah.
I was watching it. Because I was like, I guess this like streaming thing, since people are paying money just to even be here,
Yeah.
that they can just do stuff like that.
It was great. So to your point on the pre-race was great. I thought the post-race
The post-race was great.
was the best selling point. I was talking to Austin after the race. I just texted him like, hey, what's your thoughts on what they did? And we kind of had the same thing of like, man, I was really hoping that their graphic, like the way they talked it up, the graphics were going to be super insane. Like they were going to put up things that,
A little like the CW.
yes, like stuff that we
which
had,
looks good.
yeah,
Yeah, it
stuff
looks
that we
great.
had never seen, or some metrics that Fox or NBC had never done before, and they didn't really do that. But golly, the pre-race and the post-race were phenomenal.
And I think that has to do with it not being on traditional TV. They don't have a window time.
I know.
They could go as long as they want.
Yes. I mean, I heard Dale Jr. in a clip say it. He was talking about it, and he was talking about the pre-race, and he was like, what gets us with the post-race is like, if we think it's good after 30 minutes, then we'll just quit.
Yeah.
If we think we need an hour and a half, we'll go for an hour and a half.
That's awesome.
Like that right there is exactly what you want. Getting William Byron fresh up, off, literally had been out of the car for less than 10 minutes, and you get him up on stage and you're talking to him.
Yeah.
Carl Edwards did a perfect job of just asking him like kind of tough questions. I mean, the only tough question that they should ask him, the very first question should have been, why the hell did you lift? But other than that, I mean, getting in his mind what he's thinking right after the race was great. I mean, just having Fox or NBC go up there with a microphone, maybe you get a little bit more raw emotion, because they're right out. They're right out of the car. To me, I like this a little bit better, honestly. I mean, I do love the clip aspect that we can have straight out the car. I mean, Denny's a perfect example of that. Joey does the same thing, just saying off-the-wall crap. But it gives the drivers a time to gather themselves, think about it, and then go up there and talk. And then they can talk for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
15, 10. It's not like...
They might want to talk to you a little bit longer.
They might. Exactly. Because they're comfortable. They've had a moment. They're not trying to communicate with their, team or do whatever. They're sitting in the chair, and it's just more of a laid-back vibe. What'd you think? What'd you see? And I love that because, again, it doesn't have to end. It ends when the conversation's over.
Yeah.
It literally felt more like what is taking over, and that's podcast. Just us having a conversation about what happened. I think it was amazing.
Yeah, I think Amazon's doing this as a little bit of a trial.
Yeah.
But I think if their numbers are good, I mean, they don't have to share. They don't really share their numbers like NBC does or anything. But I think if it's worth it for them, we might see them pick up more than, like 5 races?
Yeah, they only have 5.
Yeah.
Which is going to be sad because then we're going to go back to network TV and cable. And then.
Well, I think I might be way wrong on this, but I think like that same group of guys in the booth are on TNT.
Are they?
I think.
Because again, maybe talking out of my ass, but.
And I might be wrong on that.
Okay, well.
But I don't know who they would get. I don't know. Anyway,
there might be some repeats for sure. But in TNT and like HBO Max, like the same thing now.
Yeah, they are.
So if the races were on TNT, but then their pre-race, post-race show was on Max.
Yeah.
To me, like you can do the same type of thing. Like you can merge them and be even better. Because to me, I'm a hardcore fan. I'm going to watch it. I mean, say you can stream it on HBO Max, but you can also watch it on YouTube TV on your on TNT channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, TNT has a certain time. They have to cut off.
That's the same thing as NBC and Peacock, though, where they'd be like, if you want to watch, I hated that. Because you gotta go out, you gotta go in.
I know, but just start watching the race on Peacock, then you don't have to change.
Never thought about that.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. But at least they're not just cutting. They're not trying to get all the the post race or the pre race stuff.
Now time for Law and Order.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're not trying to mush it down into. I keep doing this and I keep forgetting.
What are you doing over there?
I forgot to take off our Stewart Friesen picture. Dude. So for like 30 minutes, we're just
fine,
sitting
dude. I don't want to look at Austin's ugly name.
Yeah,
but I do want to look at these beautiful supporters.
That's right.
That's right.
That's who we need to look at. Where was I at?
Just picture Colby, right?
We'll have to mark over it for you.
Austin left to get milk and hasn't came back.
Where was I?
Miss you, Dad.
Yeah, so just merging, being able to merge the post race and have an extended post race or extended pre race. Like you said, I love the vibe of the college game day atmosphere.
Yeah,
that
was cool. The pre-race was awesome because it started at 5.
Yeah,
and dude, Sunday was the best. It was like you got the F1 race. I cared nothing about F1, but it's racing.
Yeah,
Indy 500 was sweet. And then hit a great bet on that, by the way.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
But anyway, and then had the Coke 600, but there was a lot of time in between the Indy 500 and then the Coke 600. Plenty of time for Larson because he can't drive. But
didn't make it halfway through either race.
Either race, dude. Generational talent, my ass.
Love it.
But anyway, but the pre-race, what I'm getting at, the pre-race started an hour early, so it gave me something to watch.
Yeah, you could at least exactly what you want to do. What you do with college game day is you turn it on and you kind of do whatever you want. You tune into some different stuff. You hear from.
Love college game day.
Yeah, it's the perfect. It's one of those things that why haven't we done this sooner?
Yeah,
and it's because they just never thought that people would tune in for it. And I think again, this is the perfect way to do that.
Yeah,
is exactly by throwing it on a streaming platform
because it's not taking up network time. Nope. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Next question about it. What does cable have going for them? Like, why don't they just fully integrate this at all? Why doesn't Amazon just take
money?
You think it's a lot of money?
Because,
but what does cable have? I know you said money-wise, but you're just talking TV ad time?
I'm talking about Fox and NBC have more money to spend on traditional broadcasting than like an Amazon Prime.
And they have more money to spend to give NASCAR to show the race?
They have more money that they're willing to spend to be like, hey, NASCAR, here's X amount of money for 9 or 10 races.
Yeah.
And then Prime, I mean, I know Amazon's like the richest company.
Yeah.
But the Prime Video is not as big.
Of course.
And then as like a Fox or an NBC, so they're like, we'll give you this much money because we're not going to pay Fox money.
Yeah.
But I think if enough people tune in, which I don't know if they will, and they think that there's value there, then I think that they might. But then you're also having to pry it from the hands of Fox and NBC, and they don't want to lose that stuff. Because what are they going to show in FS1?
They'll probably show more. I mean? They'll probably show more AFL.
Yeah, no, AFL's on ABC now. Or UFL's on
UFL.
UFL's.
I thought it's on Fox.
Dude, I watched a Battlehawks game the other day on it.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. I'm
a closeted Battlehawks fan.
I wish you would have stayed closeted. We didn't need to know that. I think it has to do with viewership the most. But what I like about it being on Prime is, to me, you're going to get the new fan that way.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, I mean, your granddad's going to turn over on Fox and see that a NASCAR race is on.
I think that's another big part of it is the older demographic.
They're going to lose the entire older demographic, which again is fine.
They don't have Prime. They're like, dude, they ain't got a smart TV.
No.
I mean, some of them do, but they don't
know how to work it.
There's not a majority, but there's a percentage of the audience that does not have Prime.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably
close to half.
And my advice is sign up for one of those free trials.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And
you get all the races.
You get all the races, but there's a lot of people who are like, you know how they are. They're like, I'm not putting my debit card out there. But I think NASCAR themselves probably wants to keep it on traditional TV as much as possible.
I think you're right.
Because it's getting more numbers. And they can be like,
they can
5
charge
million
more.
people watched our race. Mm-hmm. And then when you go on Amazon, 2 million people watched our race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the other thing about Amazon, though, that I would like is if they shell out the money for it, it's like the same thing with Netflix is we really don't – the only numbers that we ever get are from Netflix.
Yeah.
And so Netflix can tell us whatever they wanted.
They're jacking that up to tell advertisers.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping that Amazon kind of happens where they're like, hey – I mean, not that they're lying, but
3 billion people watch this.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, though, because they can kind of say whatever number.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no one really in charge of that. They can put whatever number on it. But I do think the main reason that cable has the grip around it is because of that old crowd. Like, you're just not going to get these guys that have been watching on Fox for 25 years to go and try to watch it on Amazon
somebody my
Prime
login.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, you see, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The last thing I wanted to say about the race, and then I'll pose one more question for you, is I also felt like we didn't get a lot of bumper cams. And I'm not a big fan of bumper
That's good.
cams. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. We got dash cams.
We did get a lot of dash cams. They had a lot of cams looking at the drivers. Like they showed the intensity in Denny's face.
Which, again,
when he's driving around.
That's fine a little bit. I just hate getting to the back of Joey Logano's car and then watching freaking, Austin Cindric 30 miles away from him in the back and going, dude, there's probably someone passing for second right now.
Can we not watch a better bumper cam?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, last question I got for you is, can the networks do something to compete with the streaming? Like, what could NBC or Fox do? Like, really buy into the pre-race, post-race type of scenario? Like, what gets you fired back up to watch a race on Fox? Because I'm fired up to watch every race on Amazon now.
I am too.
And I've never felt that way. And again, I think you feel that way after Daytona because it's Daytona. We talked about this last week. You haven't seen racing in forever. You want to see racing. But then by like the third race, you're like, God, dude, is NBC going to take over? You're tired of those guys already. What can they do to fire you up to where not only do you want to come back to watch the race, but you're like, God, I can't wait to hear Clint Boyer's opinions. Which is a sentence that's never been uttered.
Corey LaJoy on every broadcast would be okay.
Okay. I didn't hate it.
He was nervous.
He was very nervous.
He was nervous.
Yeah.
No, but I think, honestly, a lot of it has to do with what we were talking about earlier with TV coverage.
Yeah.
And commercials. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of commercials on Fox.
Yeah.
Like full-on commercials.
Yes.
I think they have tried to improve this year that they did. I think we got less full-fledged commercials.
Yeah.
The other thing is kind of the booth.
Yeah.
I love Mike Joy. I know a lot of people don't, but dude, he's going to go in the NASCAR Hall of Fame like he rightfully should. Dude, you can go on YouTube right now and watch a damn race from the 90s, and Mike Joy's the pit reporter. He's just been in the sport that long.
I know.
We've had this discussion. Your eyes.
I know.
I'm not going to have it again, but okay. I think that, like, when you watched Amazon, you had Adam Alexander and you had Dale Jr. in there.
Yeah.
And then Steve Letarte. Like, they were, like, pumped to be in there.
You know who you don't see in NASCAR full speed? Mike Joy. I'm just saying. You see Steve Letarte. You see Dale Jr. You see dudes that care about the sport, maybe not showing up for a paycheck anymore. All I'm saying is Mike Joy has done his time. Mike Joy has done his time. I think what Mike Joy needs to do is I think that he needs to have like one retirement season. Yes, it should have been this year.
Like if he came out and he's like, hey, 2026, my last season on Fox.
Yeah.
I would love that because it's a little bit of like
Of course.
nostalgia.
Yes.
Like this is the last time I get to hear Mike Joy call the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you just got to get a little bit more excitement in the booth, and then I think that what network needs to do is they need to do a little bit more explaining. And Larry McDaniels does a good like Toyota cutaway car. But a lot of times when you're watching the race, I just feel like that they're not really communicating what's going on. And then when I watch the race with somebody who doesn't know NASCAR very much, they don't really know what's going on either.
Yeah.
But I do think that they make an effort to do that.
Yeah, they need to get, to me, and it would take some work, but you get new fans that have maybe seen 3 races, and you almost sit...
like another thing. At the beginning, and Dale Jr. talked about this a little bit, but I got to talk about it. At the very beginning, they did the starting grid.
Yeah.
And they went through every driver and said like a tad bit about them.
Yes.
And it gets you a little bit more bought in.
Yeah.
And then normally they only really talk about the first couple, maybe top 20 guys, but they did the full field.
Yeah.
And talked about every driver.
That's what you can do in a pre-race show.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's set up there for. Is you can talk
No, they did it as they were doing
No,
their
they
pace
did too.
laps.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, you've during the pre-race show, you've already gone over what Fox is going over during the pace laps.
Yeah.
So now it's focused on exactly what it is and not just saying drivers' names. You know?
I think Fox does the script.
Yeah.
And I think that Prime did like something different.
It felt like
they tried not to follow a traditional thing. Like they put in a lot of thought and wanted to do what they thought was best. They almost made it a little bit like an old school broadcast.
Exactly. It felt like just guys that cared about the sport.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? And not that the guys at Fox don't care about the sport, because I know
care
Kevin,
about those hot rods.
I know, yeah. Well, Clint doesn't.
Yeah.
But everybody else there probably does.
Yeah.
Just being able to not like just get that, relight that passion that they have for the sport and do it like they have never seen it before.
Yeah.
That to me is exactly embracing what you need to put. If the broadcast crew can have I'm looking for a certain word, but if they can have the passion of this is the first race they've ever seen,
great word.
and shove that down a fan's mouth of how good this is, I think that gets you to come
make
back.
it exciting.
Yes.
Even if it's not.
No,
because
not
especially if you're doing the Coke 600, and we'll touch on it in a second, it could be a great race.
Yeah.
But there's
gonna have,
times where there's
the middle
a lull.
of stage 2, you're going to be like...
You're going to have a lull.
Yeah.
Talk, like hype it up.
Not just
hype it up what they're doing, what they're thinking about,
exactly.
what's coming up, what to expect.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. Well,
I love you.
All right. You got anything else on the overview? We not to keep us moving on, but we did go a little long last time.
Did we?
We went an hour and 50 minutes last time.
Dude, it flies by every time.
It does. Especially with you.
Hey, shout out everybody that listens or watches the whole thing.
I know.
Yeah.
There's not as many people as we think that get to the very end.
Hey, you know what? For the few people that do, I freaking love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Yeah. If any of you are getting married, let me know. I'll send you a gift.
Yeah.
I'll give you all of Spencer's diecasts.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was
If you haven't noticed, we got 2 new diecasts.
We do have 2 new diecasts, and if you can pick them out,
oh,
leave them in the comments.
I was about to say it.
No, don't say it.
Don't say it.
Pick them out.
Yeah, pick them out.
Yeah, show me what new diecasts we have.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Hey, where's the drop the green hats coming?
They're coming as
putting you on the spot.
I know.
Waiting on my hat.
I know. They need to be on their way. You see that guy that still has a name on the screen?
Yeah.
If he doesn't make this happen,
is Austin in charge of the hats?
He was in charge of hats. Yes.
Oh my God.
He's in charge halfway of hats.
So you're the other half.
Well, yeah, dude, I'm 95% of the show.
Dude, you
I'm 95%
I thought about that on the way here because I was thinking about the soundboard.
Yeah.
And I hope you got it ready.
Yeah.
But just because it makes me laugh. But
Okay.
I was like, Spencer does everything on this show.
Yeah. The only thing, and if you haven't known it, Austin used to make the show sheets for the last 3 weeks. That was the only thing he did on the show.
He's been gone.
He's been gone.
Yeah.
So you know who makes them now?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
And then you text me right before I leave work and say, print them off.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because you're a good man. You do that for me.
Yeah. Shout out my work for letting me use the printer.
Let's go. Where were we?
I don't even
Coke
know.
600
What are we
recap.
talking about?
Coke 600 recap.
That happened? Okay.
Race rating. What'd you give it?
I loved it, dude.
Yeah.
I loved it. I don't know. I'm okay. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it. Give me an 8-9. Give me an 8-9.
I gave it.
I almost went a 9.
I gave it a 9-1.
Yeah, I almost went a 9, but I was like, man, you know.
I think it was everything about it, from the broadcast to how the racing was, to, of course, me being biased, the guy who won it, just being absolutely
Yeah, I should have known
incredible.
yours was going to be higher.
Yeah, I should have gave it a 10 out of 10, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that to everybody.
Yeah, because it could be better.
It could, yeah,
As Dave Portnoy says with pizza,
yeah,
which I think is a lot what this rating is based off of a little bit.
kinda.
Yeah. You can't do something a 10 out of 10 because that means you'll never watch a better one again.
that's right.
Yeah.
And we always got to we're going to see
Got to
something
keep it
better.
open. But no, great race. Great race. Especially for how long the Coke 6. One, it's a great race because it's that race.
Yes.
And then also I think they should change the Roval to this race. But
I'm so glad we're on the same page with that,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, I wrote that down.
Oh, is that on here?
Yeah, it says, dude, did you not like my rhyme? No Roval, just the oval, baby?
Sorry, dude. I read over the.
I know,
But then I get to talking and I forget what we got coming up.
But did you like that?
Yeah.
No Roval, just the oval?
No Roval, just the oval.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
I think we should get that trending.
No,
No Roval,
That's a good
just the
hashtag.
oval. It is.
Yeah.
Hashtag no Roval, just the oval.
yeah, I think they'll do it. I'm going to the Roval this year.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because I think it'll be the last one they ever do.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I might as well see it while it's there, I guess.
Yeah, I think, and I've heard it all this week, the Roval has done its time. It was
Great. It was great.
It needed to happen for a while. It gave us some really good racing. But, dude, where this car is with the 1.5 miles right now, we do not need to be taken away from, no offense, the worst road course that we have. The worst road course that we have. Name a worst road course. You're trying to.
I got one.
The Chicago Street Course?
Yeah. I was about to say, I don't know if you're going to love it, but
I don't love
there's
that
just not a lot
because
of passing zones.
I know, but I do
It's
like
a road course, but it's freaking sweet.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that road course in particular does have a spot because it's not in such a meaningful spot, if you know what I mean, on the schedule.
Yeah.
Like if we had this in the playoffs, that would be a complete uproar. Like we would have to change
Like the
that.
Roval.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You're just you give the guys you give them a road course, which they're not used to anyway, and then you put them on the street where they have walls everywhere that they're also not used to. To me, it's perfect where it is because you only do it once a year, and you still have kind of guys that are good at road courses win, and the other guys can get better.
I got a prediction.
Okay.
You ready? Mm-hmm. So NASCAR is going to be like, hey, Marcus Smith, what's good? What are you thinking about a second oval? And then he's going to say, championship race. And I think NASCAR
Charlotte.
is going to love it.
Yeah.
And I think your 2026 championship race is in Charlotte on the oval.
I think we again.
Because they said they're rotating it. Well,
I know.
no, wait, because Miami's next year.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. 2027.
And the other thing is, the only thing I don't think that would happen is because it's a SMI1 track. Charlotte is.
I think NASCAR, because it's in Charlotte, I think that they would love it. I think that they might. 2027.
No,
You heard it here first.
Okay. I mean,
Bookmark it.
Yeah, definitely
Flip it.
bookmark it. I mean, I think you're wrong, sadly.
No, dude, you're wrong.
I'm just hoping I'm just hoping by 2027 they have 3 rounds. They have 3 races.
No, dude, it doesn't need 3 races.
No, not the track. three.
What are you talking about,
Three
Willis?
in one round. The championship 4 round has 3 races. That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We go to different tracks. You don't race all 3 in Charlotte.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm
That would-
so down.
Yeah.
Give me Atlanta and give me Atlanta twice.
And then Charlotte won.
Dude.
Oh, that would be wild.
I cannot believe you're drinking water during
no.
this podcast. Dude, what is wrong with you? You don't think you could drink a beer on a Wednesday and then go drink on a Friday?
Dude, I've had a hard day at work, man.
Oh my God, dude. This man's in training.
Yeah, dude, it's tough.
Just wait till
soaking
you're not
up
training.
knowledge. Just soaking up knowledge.
Yeah.
No, I have a surprise for everybody at the end of the show. So,
Okay.
and that's going to play into the drinking water part. So.
Okay.
Oh,
Dude, if this is a sober podcast, I'm out. If that's your surprise,
no.
I'm out.
Are you serious?
I'm out of this door.
I'm leaving. I still took a shot.
I like drinking beer on a Wednesday.
You have an excuse to drink beer on a Wednesday.
An excuse.
I hope everyone that listens to the show is drinking beer while they do it.
Yeah, you should. And it's Thursday.
Yeah.
When they're
When they're
watching the
listening
show.
to it.
When
Yeah,
they're
it's halfway. It's
Also,
the weekend.
last 2 episodes of the Earnhardt series comes out on Thursday tomorrow.
That's right. They come out tomorrow.
So, yeah.
Did you watch the first 2?
Yeah, I did.
They were
Anybody
really
who hasn't
good.
watched it, they definitely should.
They were really good. I texted
it
you guys
doesn't paint-
after
Dale is in like a super... I mean, it does paint him in a super bright light, but it's real.
yeah.
It talks about him not always being the greatest dad.
I think
and
it
stuff
shows
like that.
exactly who we kind of all are as human beings. We're all kind of shitty sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes
Like-
we be like that.
Yeah, it's something to do, dude. I mean, I love that it got personal. I mean, and it helped that Junior was on there, and I'm really hoping to see in these next. We've got
Teresa
so off
ain't on
topic.
there.
Teresa ain't on there, but I'm hoping in these next 2. I heard him talking at the premiere. They asked him about video that had never been
Of
seen.
Ralph Earnhardt?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
had never been seen.
Yeah.
And so I assume we get that in the next 2 because it wasn't.
It wasn't in there.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it, too. I saw that clip.
Yeah, but
Yeah, drink a beer while you watch the podcast.
yeah, drink a beer while you
Hang
watch the
out with
podcast. No, I think the last thing we really have to talk about. I know I put Denny on there.
I didn't want to talk about that.
That's fine.
As a Denny defender.
As a
I
Denny
don't know.
defender, you can't.
Let's talk about his charities. Let's talk about
Well, you
how
can
he
talk-
rescued a dog in St. Louis.
Well, I mean, we can talk about it because he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I
don't ever... Now, granted, it was a long day.
yeah.
I just still don't remember when he fell off. Like
He
I
didn't
don't-
fall. He ran out of gas. He had to pit.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. They went for 2. They had to connect one tank in or one fuel can in. Okay, they put one fuel can in. They grabbed the second one, and it doesn't connect and put the rest of the fuel in that he needs to finish the race. That's why he had to
It
pit
would
again.
be something on pit road.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can't, dude. That team cannot get out of their own way sometimes.
No, they can't.
And Denny's doing everything that he possibly can. So it just sucks. I'm hoping they get it better, but it just seems like mistake after
They got
mistake.
the speed, man.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not worried about Denny. And also, let's get the mistakes out of the way right now.
Yeah.
Because normally they come in the round of 8.
Mm-hmm. And we also have to remember. I think it's another thing. We have to remember this is a brand new crew chief.
It is.
that he has.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about.
Show that man a gas can. Show him how it works.
We don't talk about enough. To me, they've gotten better at showing how the team works together, but dude, we don't understand that these guys are in meetings all the time.
Yep.
They practice. The crew chief is in charge of everybody, as well as the driver working together. And if that team chemistry is not there, dude,
Yep.
they're just not gonna be as good as you could be. Not even close. So, Denny's got to find it.
He's going to find it.
William Byron William Byron lifting when Ross kind of pulled a slide job on him,
Yep.
run him up the racetrack. Why does he lift? What is he thinking? With what was it? 12, 13 to go, 14 to go?
He's probably thinking, I've been the fastest car all day. I'll catch him again.
I know, but he
Like, don't want to wreck and collect myself, but
Ross is on his inside. He would have.
honestly, man, let's be honest while we're here. Honesty table?
Yeah, of course.
Honesty table. That's how all of HMS is, dude. They're all soft. I don't know what it is.
I mean, if you're comparing them to, I guess like all the big teams, yes, they're the softest. I don't think they're the softest drivers in the field.
Most of them are. I would probably take Kyle Larson out of that.
Yeah.
But the other three,
I would lean to take Bowman out too, personally.
I just haven't seen him up front enough.
It's valid too. It's valid too. But I just feel like, again, William Byron wins enough to where I think if Alex Bowman is in that spot, he freaking dumps Ross.
Yeah, he would.
He wants to win.
Yeah, he could.
I think he does. I think
he might.
You don't think he does?
He's got to get up there first.
You're right.
We don't know.
He's going to win the Chicago Street Course again.
I honestly, man, I think that a lot of it has to do with just he's been so fast all day. I mean, he was untouchable all day.
Yeah.
And, he had a couple guys go up there and rival him and whatnot, but it was a William Byron show the whole time.
Yeah.
What did he win, like first 3 stages, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he was like, I'll get a run on him. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Don't want to cause a wreck for myself.
I just think that's not smart knowing Ross's track record when he's like literally the best aero block guy in the freaking sport right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he like invented aero blocking.
Yeah.
I mean, he really did. Like he was like the first one out there, and then Blaney comes out of the car one day. When Blaney won his championship, and Ross won that race.
Yeah, that was funny.
He was freaking yapping about how Ross wouldn't let him by.
Ross is smashing a watermelon for nothing.
For nothing. I mean, except the prize money that he won, the purse.
No, he's pumped. That's a race win's a race win.
But no, I just couldn't believe that he really did lift. I guess I really hadn't seen William Byron be put in that position.
Yep.
And now, to me, this goes out to all of the NASCAR world of, hey, keep putting William Byron in that spot. He's probably going to lift.
Yeah.
Also,
last week, I told you William Byron top 5.
I know. And you were all over it.
Yeah. I could just see me watching 4 hours of racing and then William Byron winning and Jeff Gordon being like, I'm just so proud. Yeah. Dude, I could just see it in my head.
Holding
I was
up a
so
rainbow
happy.
flag.
Yeah. We're all in this together. But yeah, dude, I was so happy to see Ross win. How you feeling? You're a Ross guy.
I know. It was amazing. Like, so you see him kind of, again, I'm always watching Ross. No. I just want to explain where I was and kind of like with about 50 to 60 to go. Mm-hmm. You can, as a Ross fan, you're always watching your driver more than kind of everybody else, as you know.
Yeah.
And you're watching Ross just kind of climb. He gets some spots on pit road, and then he just keep past a couple cars, and you can tell he's fast. But, dude, William Byron and Denny were so fast. I was like, hey, top 5, need a good day out of him. For him, he's kind of like on that Larson train. So I'm like, keep it out of the freaking wall, dude. Just get a good finish. Yeah. Because I want him to get to the playoffs.
He'll be reckless by himself.
He will, exactly. He's that Carson Hocevar character where he can't stay out of his own way sometimes. And so I'm seeing him climbing. I'm getting excited a little bit. Like, hey, we still have 40 to go. He's up there in the top 7, 8. This race can get crazy. Who knows? Have a shot. Put 2 tires on. Get out front. Who knows if we can catch him overtime. And then with like 25, 30 to go, whenever it was, and Denny, he comes over the radio, Denny ain't got enough gas.
Yeah.
And then Ross is now in 3rd or 4th, and you just see him blow by Denny because he ain't got nothing, because he's saving gas to try to get to the end and ends up having to pit. And so now you're like, okay, he's got to pass William Byron. He has no shot. Because William Byron had been so good all day. You're not getting to him. And then, dude, you're just taking down laps.
Dude, I do remember Denny running out of gas.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, yes, I do.
Because he was going like 60 miles an hour.
Yes,
and,
I do. Oh, shit.
And you just see Ross inching away. A 10th there, half a tenth. And you just see him catching William Byron. And you're like, okay, is William Byron saving? What is he doing?
Yeah.
And then when he gets to his bumper, you're like, okay, now he's got there. Can he actually pass? Because we had seen Denny. Denny was the only car all day that could pass William Byron.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, well, he wasn't as good as Denny. He could, if Denny stayed in the race, he would have finished 3rd. Because I don't think Denny would have let him by.
Yeah. And
even if he did get by Denny, I don't think there would have been enough laps left for him to catch William Byron and make a move on him. So
Because it is hard to pass.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, as it should be.
As it should be. But he gets there, and you're like, no way he has a shot. And then he freaking pulls a slider out of nowhere, just runs the bottom and runs kind of William Byron up the track and literally gets almost all the way past him, and William Byron lifts, and I was like, no freaking way. God. Hey, and now all I can think is let this thing stay green. Yeah. Let this thing stay green. And and it did, and oh my gosh, he was fired up. Yeah. I love seeing that.
He always has a watermelon seed in his beard.
Yeah,
every time they interview him. Every time, dude.
And I'm hoping that he's good at Nashville, so I'm hoping that we can get back
a little back to back.
God,
you're gonna be throwing Nashville down.
Yeah, we will.
When do you leave? Monday?
What do you mean, for the race?
No, like when do you leave the track? So
Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Yeah, it's a night race. So, it'll be good. All right, you want to move on to standouts? You got anything else on the Roval? I mean, on the I read the Roval on the 600
on the World 600. I did not.
Okay. So standouts this week, surprising win, SVG.
Wow.
Get Suarez. Now Suarez had an accident, but SVG had a really good finish. It's not like he finished 25th and Suarez wrecked out. He finished 15th.
That's good.
SVG did.
That's very good.
At an oval. So what I'm gathering is he's not bad at ovals. He just needs 600 miles to figure it out. That's what he needs. I mean, that might be his best finish at an oval ever. Yeah. And it's 15th. So good on him.
Good for SVG.
He needed something bad.
Are we official SVG supporters?
I'm official SVG.
Okay, me too. Yeah. Me too.
I mean, he's definitely going to win a road course.
This podcast, official SVG supporters.
Mm-hmm. If he would like to donate to the pod, we would be happy.
SVG, that'd be great.
Yeah.
If you got, what do they use over there? Euros? If you got a couple euros on you, bro, throw them this way. What do they use?
I don't know.
New Zealand. I think it's called.
So that wouldn't it, don't they like, I don't know.
I don't know what they use.
I don't know what their currency is.
Yeah, it's probably something to do with the Queen.
Do you think like NASCAR has to pay him in like non-U.S. currency?
They're just they give him a sack full of coins. Like he's a rich pirate.
You think they give Daniel Suarez pesos?
They're like, where's
oh no, I saw his house on full speed, dude. Those pesos
not
are
bad. He's got a nice garage,
dude.
Super nice garage. I'd put a golf simulator.
Really big into
Volkswagen
Beetles,
and then he's got the bus too.
Yeah,
but big Volkswagen guy.
I would have never guessed that.
That's all they got down there.
I guess.
You ever been to Mexico?
No.
It's just full of Volkswagens.
Are you lying?
No, dude.
You're lying. You're lying. I'm not letting you put that out there. You're lying.
When I was in Cancun, I about got took out my Jetta.
You gotta watch the Jettas.
Dude, you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta.
All right. So next one, Cedric Berry.
Barry won that.
Barry got it. Barry got him again.
This is getting close, 6-8.
Yeah, I mean, it was 7. It was 6-7 last week, and so Josh Berry gets another one. I mean, again, just been Mr. Consistency, really, just staying right where it needs to be.
Who are you cheering for between Cedric and Barry?
Oh, I want Barry to dominate this. Yeah. I just really want Austin Cedric to be exposed.
Now the news. You can't. Dude, he's
we heard the news coming out last week.
His daddy got fired?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's still a good race car driver.
I didn't say he wasn't good. I didn't say he wasn't good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's got to come a point of
he won a race this year.
He won it, yes, again.
You can't. I mean, there's no point to be made. He's a race winner. I mean, you can't be like, I want him to get exposed. He's a bad driver. He just won a race.
Okay, I know he just won a race.
He's not going to get exposed. He's not a bad driver. If
Blaney wins 3, Joey wins 3, and Josh Berry wins 3, and he has 1.
Josh Berry ain't going to win 3, buddy.
You don't know that.
You can wish on your magic 8 ball all you want.
You didn't think he'd win one, and he won one in the first 4 weeks.
If Josh Berry wins 3 races this year, I'll buy your round of golf.
Okay.
Okay?
At my choosing?
I mean...
Within reason?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, most of the golf courses around here are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll buy you a round of golf. If Josh Berry wins 3 races this year, are you going to take a bet for the under? You going to make this interesting? Because I don't think you will, so I think your odds will be better. So
no, yeah, I can't bet a round of golf on it. Because I should be in the plus money.
You are in the plus money. Okay. So we'll do 12-pack of beer.
Okay. Yeah. I can get on that.
And we'll actually do this besides the pancake one. Because I'm still upset
we still have another one going.
What's our other one?
With your diecast of my choice.
When we do that?
We did that last week.
What was the bet on that?
On the bets.
I gotta stop drinking and make
yeah, you do. I have to be.
Everything I own.
I have to be.
Oh yes, you have to be plus money.
No, we got the line at
-3.
Yes,
that's right.
Yeah.
So you have to be better than 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so -3. I remember this. -3 is a push.
Yeah.
Anything, minus 2.99.
Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah.
3.01 me.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.01.
Yeah.
You remember that now?
I do remember that.
Okay, because we can bring up the recording.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I'm not doubting it didn't happen. I just kind of legitimately forgot about it.
That's okay. So now we got 2.
Okay. What's our other one?
We just did.
Wait. Josh Berry.
Josh Berry
I
has to win 3 races.
3 races.
I get a free round of golf.
All year. Free round of golf.
Yeah.
If not, 12-pack of beer.
12-pack of beer to you.
And on this same golf day, when you're paying for yourself, because I'm right.
Yeah.
I expect a 12-pack.
Okay.
Yeah, I expect a 12-pack. I get at least Michelob or something.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give me like natties.
No, it'll be a good beer. It'll be a good beer.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I have a job now.
I got you 12 Hurricanes. Take them to your hands.
I got you 2 40s. they equal
That's all they have.
Yeah.
I'll be like, get that out of here.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Hocevar Gibbs. Gibbs got him again, man. Hocevar. Gets to the front. Had a great run, dude.
Yeah, he did. He looked super fast.
I know.
And I was like, is Hocevar going to win?
Literally,
the Coke 600?
You were thinking that for a good 20, 30 laps. You're like, wow.
For stage 1.
Yeah, this guy can win, and then he freaking blows up. So Gibbs got him there.
And then he cussed. He said the F word.
I know.
That was sweet.
And freaking Prime just let it happen.
They didn't apologize or nothing.
No, I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Bubba Briscoe. Briscoe tied it up. I believe.
Ooh, 7-7.
It's 7-7. I can't actually remember who was up, but it's 7-7 now. It had to be Briscoe got him because Briscoe finished 3rd.
Yeah.
Briscoe finished 3rd. Yeah, so it had to be.
I don't remember Bubba running like top 10.
All day.
Yeah.
Literally, him and Tyler Reddick have just been like lackluster. Literally off the performance.
You think it has to do with the lawsuit?
I don't know.
No
man.
way, right?
I don't want to say that, but
could be.
I don't know. I've just never seen. We've always seen 23XI just get better and better every year.
Well, they don't know if they're going to have a team.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So maybe the guys are kind of Stewart Hossing it. And they're like.
They could be phoning it in, but even then, I mean, Chase Briscoe won a race when they were phoning it in. Yeah.
Or Legacy Motor Club.
Yeah, they got charters over there.
They do. They got charters. And John Hunter Nemechek looked great.
He did.
He did look great.
He looked great for a long time.
Dude, it was sad watching Jimmy Johnson wreck. I know we're way off topic, but I know you don't like Jimmy Johnson, but does it kind of make you sad to watch it?
I just...
Like when he wrecked. He got wrecked.
You know what Jimmy Johnson is of NASCAR? He's the Lee Corso. Like, dude, hang it up. You're done.
I do think that
he is.
Jimmy's got to spend way more time in the car.
Yes, if you want. I'm not saying don't race, but quit doing like these one-offs and expecting like to finish. Yeah. I guess. I mean, it's like.
I mean, he could have finished. It's the
same thing with Larson in the 500.
He got collected.
I know, but quit racing back there with the scum. That's what happens.
It's a 600. Dude, that happened stage 1, stage 2. It was early. It was no later than stage 2.
Qualify better. Quit complaining. Okay. Don't be in the back. Okay. Ross was in the back, won the race.
He was.
He was in the very back, brother.
He was.
He won the race.
He did win the race.
So either stay so far back from the scum.
Johnson's like, I'll keep doing this as far as Carvana will let me.
I know.
It's like, dude, Carvana.
Yeah.
The company that's already went bankrupt, brother, they're about to leave you out to dry.
They're about to. They're
about to pick your car up in one of those Carvana trucks, take your ass back to Colorado.
They're gonna have to start selling his wrecked up cars to pay the bills.
I'll buy one.
Yeah,
I'll buy a couple.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I'll buy one.
Yeah,
you know, I clutter and clang. Sorry, dude.
We're
buzzed.
We are
over here.
We are.
You're not. You're hydrated.
That's right. I'm hydrated, baby. I'm trying to stay hydrated.
Shit, what are we talking about? Okay,
we're talking about standouts.
Yes.
Anything left with standouts? Anything that you saw? What stood out to you at the race?
God, a lot of things if I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, right, there was a lot of... No, there was... I already said them all, like John Hunter Nemechek.
Yeah.
Oh! Other standout.
Yeah?
Allmendinger.
Oh, yeah, Allmendinger was
I didn't
good
believe
for a
in
while.
him. I didn't believe in him. And I saw that he's got like top 10s the last 2 years. You can't count 2024 because it was rain.
Yeah.
And they called it early. Remember, there was like mist on the track, and it was stupid that they called it. But anyway, yeah, dude. Good for Colleague.
Good for Colleague.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Good for them.
We're excited for them.
Yep.
We want them to be good.
Stand out.
Yep. All right. Nashville predictions. I mean, I didn't really know what to write. This is a pretty standard.
It's going to be hot.
It's not going to be hot.
They're not going to let fans bring in coolers. That's why I won't go to Nashville. I have a hatred against Nashville.
Yeah, and I understand.
Are they privately owned?
No.
And that's why it's like that?
No, it's the reason is the county they're in. They're in Rutherford County, and Rutherford County has like some stupid law or something that doesn't.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
See, that's why I'm always like, because Nashville.
I think Rutherford County is like it has something. It literally has something to do with their laws when it was explained to me.
Because Nashville the last 2-3 years have been basically on my birthday.
Yeah.
This year it's much further up in the schedule.
Yeah.
But I've always thought about going to Nashville for my birthday, but normally it's late June.
Mm-hmm.
It's 95 degrees, and they won't let you bring a cooler in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sounds not fun.
Yeah.
But this one, it's not supposed to be hot. That's what you're saying.
It's going to be like 75.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
When you go there, are you just buying beer?
No, we bring all our beer.
Well, you can't bring it in the track. So are you sober for 4 or 5 hours?
I will say, like, every time we've got it in for the Xfinity race, or the truck race and the Xfinity race. They let me bring in stuff.
But the cup race.
The cup race, it depends. It depends who you go to. Like, I've got it
what
in.
What usher person you got?
Yeah, like, if you can make friends with the same person and kind of go, they're more out to kind of let you. But, no, it's a miserable existence in that. I mean, we have
buying beer when you go in.
Yeah, you're buying beer when you go in.
And
there.
Are they?
No, it's
$12?
not. No. It's not Nealon prices. Okay. It's definitely not the cheapest beer you could buy.
Yeah, but it's $10 probably.
No, it's like $8.
That's
it's reasonable.
Are they like 16?
Yeah, they're the big ones. That's
not terrible.
It's not. It's reasonable. And so you don't feel too bad. But normally, I mean, we have like 8 guys that come, so we all kind of buy around.
Yeah.
And go there.
You get this, I get that.
Yeah, and you feel better about it. But no, it would be better.
Except when it's your turn, you're like, I'll take 8.
Yeah.
That'll be $65.
Yeah. but you got 7 other ones on your way that are free, baby.
That's true. That's true.
So, night race, I'm excited about that. I love a good night race. The weather's going to be perfect. Hopefully no rain. That's the only thing I'm worried about is we've had a lot of rain here in Tennessee over the last couple of weeks.
We have. Dude, it downpoured on me coming to this podcast.
Yeah.
And I still showed up, everybody.
He did.
I did.
Because that's what Colby does is sometimes he can get a little... You
call me Frosted Flakes right now, dude? You think I don't show up?
I'm calling you Tony the Tiger.
Dude, I swear to God. Dude, I'm great. Okay, that was stupid. Everybody just logged off.
Yeah, they did. The only other thing, do we see a crazy amount of overtimes?
I hope not.
Like last year, and Joey has 7 miles worth of fuel line to keep gas in the car.
Yeah,
so
that man was driving a Tesla by the end.
Yeah, dude, he had a hybrid on that thing.
Dude, he's just scooting around, dude. But I hope not. Do you think so?
I don't know. I'm hoping. What I'm worried is right now, as it stands, I don't know. I remember seeing some rain in the forecast, like 20-30%.
No God.
Which again is not that much. Hopefully it's like a morning shower.
Yeah.
But I'm just worried that it comes a rain like right when they start the race, and it rains for a good like 2 hours, and then they like push it to Monday. And when you go when you
take Monday off.
No, yeah, of course.
Of course, you always have to take Monday off after a NASCAR race.
But then again, it's like, I mean, you do Monday. Even I've stayed for the Monday race. It's just like
it's not as fun.
It's not. It's not the same. Half the crowd's there.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like everything is out of sorts.
Probably get the beer in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably.
You might want a Monday race.
Everybody can probably walk in for free on a Monday race. You know.
Yeah.
So
if it's on a Monday, I might show up.
Yeah. No, I think Ross has a really good shot going back to back here. He's good here. He's won here before. It wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me if Ross goes back to back.
I would love if Ross went back to back. I'm not a Ross Chastain fan.
Yeah.
Like a fan. Mm-hmm. But I like Ross Chastain.
Yeah.
I like when Ross Chastain wins.
Yes.
I'm glad you picked a good driver after Harvick retired.
You son of...
You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah.
Harvick sucked. Mm-hmm. You liked him because he was Busch Light.
He didn't suck.
He's like
top 10 in all-time wins.
Yeah, but Jimmy Johnson.
Oh,
we go back to Jimmy. Dude, he Jimmy Johnson.
No, he didn't. He won he won in his last year.
I mean, people forget about it.
I didn't say that you didn't forget about it, but he didn't Jimmy Johnson it. Don't ever give me that. No, dude, Jimmy Johnson wheelchaired around the track for 6 years.
You just like the Jimmy Johnson of your generation. That's all I'm saying. But we'll get off that subject.
Yeah, we will.
Because it's a losing subject for you. What else you got?
Let's move on to some bets here. Let's move on to some bets.
I got to pee. Is that okay?
Yeah, go pee. Go pee.
I haven't made you dibs that.
I need to calm down. And we are back.
We are back.
Colby had to pee again.
Had a tinkle.
Yeah. We were at bets, so we're gonna move right into it. Had another rough week, Colby.
Another rough week.
My
bet's looking better with you.
Yeah, it is. We're down 11.5 units.
Okay.
We lost all 3 or all 4 we had.
Mortgage is late.
Ricky, you had Ricky top 10.
Yep.
Finished 11th.
Oh.
I had Josh Berry top 10.
I thought that was dumb.
He finished 12th.
Yeah.
So,
right there, dude, both right outside.
Right outside the top 10. Couldn't get any worse. We needed William Byron to also run out of gas, and we needed Chase Briscoe to run out of gas. We needed a lot of things.
We needed 9 other drivers.
It didn't happen, but
to run out of gas.
I think I went very different this week because we have lost the last 3 weeks in a row.
I like it.
Haven't hit a single bet, and that's not happening this week. So I got a bunch that I'm about to throw at you.
Let's get it.
First one, super simple. Pick 2 top 10 guys. They're going to do it. Nothing is going to stop these guys. Parlay them together. Larson, Denny, top 10. It's just going to happen.
I like that.
Larson's coming off the worst racing weekend he's probably ever had in existence.
Revenge tour. Denny is kind of also on that same path. Yeah.
He had one slip away right from his fingertips. I can personally see him winning this race.
Yeah.
I really can.
I would love that.
So you parlay them together, minus 192. We're putting a full unit on it. We have to win. Yeah. Like I almost took Kyle Larson by himself.
Still, both those guys parlayed top 10s, just minus 192.
They're minus 450 to finish top 10.
I mean, that makes
I almost
sense.
took them by themselves.
Yeah.
That's how desperate I am. I just want the bet slip to say paid. That's what I want it to say. I don't care if it's for a penny. You know?
Just give me
something. So
I like that. Good
parlay
bet.
them together.
Good bet.
Minus 192, full unit on them. And then now I got 4 top 10s for you. 4 more top 10s. All these are straights. Hocevar top 10. Quarter unit. Ross Chastain top 10 quarter unit.
Like it.
AJ Allmendinger top 10.
See, dude, you lose me on some of these.
Okay.
I'm listening to you. It could happen.
Alex Bowman top 10. I have 6 people in the top 10. You know, I've picked 6 people to be in the top 10. I'm hoping to hit 3 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see maybe Bowman. I don't know about Hocevar and who's the other one? Allmendinger? Yeah, I don't know, man. They're just so inconsistent.
They are. But they're going to find it eventually. And I want to be on the right side of that, so I'm just going to keep betting it. Hocevar's plus 130 right now.
Great bet. For a plus 130, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's quarter unit on each of these guys.
Yeah.
A quarter unit, plus 130. AJ Allmendinger's plus 350. Dude, he has the speed. He has the speed to finish up there. We've seen it on the mile and a half. He had a perfect run at Charlotte. Well, not perfect, but, pretty good.
I would just take your quarter unit and I just flush it down the toilet. I can get on board with Hocevar, dude. Okay. I don't know. And I might be wrong, and I hope I am.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope
you're wrong. He's plus 350. Ross Chastain, minus 230. So we're taking a risk there.
Holding that one in.
Yeah. We need that one bad. Alex Bowman plus 120. So he's right there with Carson.
I like that one.
The sad thing is, though, the ones I like, too, are the Josh Berrys, the Carson Hocevars, the Ryan Preece, the guys that
You got to get off of Josh Berry.
No.
Dude, he won one race. Not going to do it again.
Okay. Well, we've already talked about this. He's going to win 2 more.
But just so you know.
And I'm going to bet him when he wins, I'm going to bet him top 10. But plus 120, quarter unit. But what I was saying is all those guys on that plus 120, plus 110, plus 140, you can see those guys putting together good enough runs because they have speed.
Yeah.
But it's so 50-50, which I know that's why they put the odds like that. Yeah. But it's so tough because I feel like we've literally just missed. I really love the Bowman bet. Okay.
I feel like it's his time. Mm-hmm. To kind of.
How do you feel about the Ross one?
I do like the Ross one. I like the Ross one. I mean, the value's not there, but I do think it'll happen.
I just feel like we got to start swinging for some.
Winners.
Yes.
I almost said wieners.
Yeah. And then...
Okay, dude, I'm sorry.
We just lose all credibility when you get on this show. Dude, we lose all credibility.
Austin will be back soon.
I know. The viewers are praying.
Viewers are praying for Austin to be back soon.
And so that's a full unit there with 4 different guys, quarter unit on each. And
like it.
And then I picked 4 more guys for a winner.
Ooh.
I picked 4 winners.
Who we got?
Quarter unit, Larson.
Okay.
I think you have to.
Yep.
Plus 450. I don't hate it.
I don't hate that at all.
And then I went with the man himself, Revenge Tour Willie B. Could get it done right here.
I can see that. I can see that very much.
Plus 650. Yeah.
Great pick.
Great money there. Pick. And again, kind of the same thing we just talked about. Denny, plus 550 to win.
Would love that as well.
Yeah. And then the last one, and I will say, out of all my bets, this one is completely biased. I think Ross does it. Last winter, I can just...
You don't think Joey goes back-to-back?
Again, the Fords were so bad on last Sunday that I don't know, man. I mean, again, I think they're going to be fast. Blaney's going to probably be really good, and then Joey's going to eke out a top 5 somehow.
Yeah.
I just feel they just grind. He freaking complains and moans, and then they get a top 5, and he still complains and moans when they had a 25th place car. And he gets a 4th place finish. So, no, I think they're going to be good. I'm just going to shy away from them from a bit. I just feel like I got to look at exactly what's happening. Yeah. And you know what happens most of the time? Larson or William Byron win.
That's true.
Most of the time.
That's true.
So I think we just got to roll with that. I tried to not go too stat heavy. I went stat heavy last week, and I've been kind of stat heavy all year, and it's just let me down the past 3 weeks. Yeah. And we got to completely change it up. So last pick, Ross winner, plus 1,100 quarter unit. I mean, did we hit that? We would hit his top 10. We get a Bowman or we get a AJ, and of course Denny and Larson. Please just freaking finish the race.
Yeah.
To me, that's what you're betting on is if they finish the race.
Yeah.
Because if they finish the race, they're going to be in the top 10.
They're going to be in the top 10.
Yeah, they're just going to be. So we need no trouble out of them. Just finish the race, and I think we can have a good week. Yeah. I'm just looking if I can get a half a unit back. If I can get 3.5 units back right here, the 3 I bet and the freaking half a unit back on win, We're gonna throw a party next week. We're gonna throw a
Because
party.
if you don't get one soon, you're gonna look like Salvation Army out there ringing a bell, just trying to get another unit.
Donating.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a segment on the show that's not drop the green bets. It's flushing the green down the toilet. That's what it is. Because that's what it seems like's happening, man.
It's also the longest sports season of the year.
It is.
Overall. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're gonna have a spell.
Yeah. But let's just make it 3 races, and then let's climb out of this hole. I would love to be starting the playoffs. I'd love to be like down 4. That's when it gets tight. Because then it gets.
I'd be nervous.
Yes, you'd be very nervous.
I'd be very nervous.
See, the thing that you do have going for you though is I have to bet 3 units every week. You know, I can't get up and stop.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
I believe
it's going to go.
I believe in you.
I can't wait to pick out a new diecast for the table. Because that's what you bet me.
Is that what I bet you?
You still don't remember.
No.
You bet the diecast of my choice if I win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't be autographed.
Well, no.
None of that.
Just a diecast.
Yeah, just a normal old diecast.
And if I lose, I'll buy you a diecast.
I'll get you one from the Bristol off-market area. You know, when you walk outside of Bristol, there's all the Trump flags.
You're haggling with that dude over there.
I'll get you a $20 diecast. I'm just kidding. I'll get you one from Lionel.
Yeah.
I'll get you a good one.
Yeah. It'll be from Lionel.
I'll be pissed.
Are you not realizing either if I lose, I have to buy you a diecast of your choice?
Is that right?
Yes. That's what we said.
Shit, I know which one I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'll never kiss and tell.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. Okay. All right. You want to move on to the wheel?
Yes, the wheel.
You remember what the wheel bet last week?
The wheel bet, in my recollections, the wheel bet, top manufacturer.
No. I put it on your paper, but it's whatever.
You put it on the paper?
Yeah.
Top 3 Kyle Busch.
Yeah. Good catch there, Coley.
Dude,
your memory's really good.
When we sit down the show sheet, I look at it maybe once.
All right. Are you ready for the wheel? If you don't know, the wheel is down 7.8 units. It hasn't hit either in a hot minute. So hopefully
the wheel's down 7-8.
Yeah.
What are you down?
I'm down 11.
You just
I
read it on the show sheet.
Okay.
I looked good.
Good.
I was just laughing.
Okay. Spin a wheel. What do we got? Give us something good. Oh, no, not a top 10.
We got a top. We got a top 5.
Top 5. Top 5.
Sorry for the delay.
Yep.
It was still moving.
It was still moving. You never know with this thing.
Moving.
Okay, we may get an ad. We got an ad. We got to cut this out. Cut that out. We don't want to listen to that mess.
This podcast is brought to you. No free ads.
Skip that there. Okay.
Please donate so we can have an ad-free wheel. I'll make sure your money goes to good cause.
What was it? Top 5?
Yes, it was top 5. So it'll be all drivers. Driver wheel.
All right. You ready? Who do we want? Top 5?
Top 5.
Larson, Denny.
But we're kind of betting. We're hoping against the wheel because we don't want a wheel to beat us at the end of the year, right?
I mean, but I think we're just more doing this to really prove how crazy it is.
Yeah.
Like we're letting the wheel decide the entire fate.
It would be like a Larson or it'd be like a Denny.
That's what but we're going to see who speaks to us on the wheel.
Yeah, who speaks to us. Whisper in my ear.
You ready?
Yeah. You made me laugh.
Oh.
No.
Christopher Bell? Nope. John Hunter Nemechek?
I don't.
That's not bad.
I don't hate a top 5 John Hunter Nemechek.
After his showing, they got some speed.
I don't know if he'll get a top 5, but maybe a top 10.
I know.
He might get 9th. A sneaky 9th.
I do feel a sneaky 9th, too.
But he's kind of been fast.
He has been fast.
We say that after one race, which is crazy as NASCAR fans. We see one guy do good, and we're like, okay.
I mean, it really does mean something because at least it shows that they have speed.
Yeah, they do have speed.
You hear it from everybody. If you don't have speed, you have no chance of winning anyway.
Yeah.
You have no shot.
Unless it's a super speedway,
yeah.
basically.
So, let me look up his...
Can I guess? John Hunter Nemechek, top 5?
Top 5, John Hunter Nemechek.
Plus 450.
Oh, God, it's going to be way higher than that, buddy.
You think so? 550?
Yeah. It's going to be like close to a 9.
Okay.
I'm saying 9.
I'm going to stay with 550.
Okay. You're crazy for that.
You crazy.
Top 5.
He had a good showing last week. What is it?
John Hunter Nemechek plus 3,000.
Oh,
yeah. So we were all off. Well,
off.
you. I don't know. I was gonna say like plus 1,500. Yeah, but I knew it was higher than that. But then you went plus 450. I was like, what?
Okay.
What?
Listen, I realized that was dumb in hindsight.
Okay. Chase Elliott's at plus 180.
Yep,
okay.
But he sucks.
Yeah, he's no John Hunter Nemechek.
He's no John Hunter Nemechek.
So plus 3,000.
If this wheel hits, this wheel is gonna smoke your ass.
I know. I mean, dude, it'll be up instantly.
Are you calculating like 1 unit per?
Yeah.
That's how you do the calculation. Okay.
Yeah. And so if it wins, it'll get 300 units or 3,000, whatever that is. Yeah. Yeah. The return is insane.
You better pray for John Nemechek, or you're going to be in a deficit to this wheel for the rest of your life.
If you put 10
season 3 and drop the green, Spencer's going to be like, no more wheel.
$10 wins you $310. So if you put $1, you're winning 31 units. If your unit's $1.
God.
Yeah. So
it's not gonna happen.
I mean,
I need to get this out of my la la land.
Yeah. I love how you're
I'm over here thinking about. I am the wheel.
I know. You're over here thinking that's good,
on it,
and then you're like, I don't know about Almondinger though.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah. It's because the wheel didn't say.
Yeah. The wheel's been more right. Never mind.
All right. You ready for what? You got any bets?
I haven't looked at any bets,
okay.
But
what do you feel?
I'm a big top manufacturer guy.
Yeah.
Give me Chevy.
Okay. Yeah. Chevy top manufacturer.
Give me Chevy. I did bet that on Sunday morning.
Did you bet Ford?
It was minus 108. No, I bet Chevy.
Chevy to win the 600.
I won the F1 race, and then I won Indy 500, and then I won
Let's go.
Coke 600. Yeah, it was a pretty good time.
Your quarter bets?
Huh?
You betting $1?
No,
50 cents.
No. I put 50 cents.
Yeah. Attaboy.
Normally my unit's $1 because it's cheap.
Yeah,
but I put like a half on it. Well,
it's still paid.
The Indy 500, the Joey Melorano.
Yeah,
he had a thing on FanDuel where it was like either Alex Palou or it was the other guy that's like super. I'm really blanking on this guy's name. No, it wasn't him.
Scott McLaughlin?
No, it was not him.
So it wasn't the Penske guys?
No, it was another guy. It was either Alex Palou or this other guy to win. And anyway, Alex Palou won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that guy's name. I guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Yeah, but it's on there somewhere.
Yeah. All right. That's what we got. Turn your eyes just in case as we pull up the Choose Who zone. I don't know if you're excited, but I'm excited.
I'm excited. Please do not give me anybody hard. Are we tied?
We are tied 2-2.
2-2.
2-2. Let me make sure this is on the screen right.
I'm feeling gutsy.
You feeling gutsy?
I am feeling gutsy, but it depends on what these facts are.
Okay. I feel like I did you good. All right. Welcome to Drop the Green Choose Who Zone.
Choose Who Zone.
If you don't know the rules, we're going to give Colby 3 facts, 2 questions. He can trade guesses for questions. He gets 3 total guesses. Your facts this week, Colby, are going to be Xfinity Series champion. Last win was in 2024. Has raced for 4 different
I like how you didn't give me the year of Xfinity Series champion.
I was hoping that you'd use a question for it.
You're dirty. You're a dirty dog, dude. As soon as we're tied, you're like, I'm gonna make it hard.
No, dude, you got it in 2 seconds.
Wait, I don't want this to count as a question.
Okay.
Are you saying in last win was 2024 is in cup?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry. Yes. Last win was in 2024 in the Cup Series. You got a guess?
Hang on. I'm thinking. God. Xfinity Series champion. Last one was 2024.
I'm listening. I'm just pulling up in case you have any questions so I can answer.
You're good. Okay. You're good. I'm thinking. I don't think the race for 4 different Cup teams is going to help me.
Yeah, it kind of wasn't. I just didn't.
You wanted to throw a bullet point on there that sucked.
Kinda. Yeah. I needed to get you thinking more and using your question.
Last year.
Yeah. So who won from last year? I mean, I narrowed it down a lot with that one. You know?
You did.
I did. If you can remember all the race winners from last year.
Okay.
Do you need to write stuff down? You need a pen?
No, screw it.
Okay.
Screw it.
Okay.
I feel good about it.
Okay.
I just don't know. Now you bring out the soundboard.
So I've been waiting on.
Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe.
No, it's not Chase Briscoe.
It's not Chase Briscoe.
He won in 2024, you say?
Yep.
You say he's Xfinity Series champion.
Mm-hmm.
Last win. So he has not won this year.
He has not won this year. Who said he's still racing this year?
That's a good point. I know it's not Corey LaJoy. I have ruled Corey LaJoy out.
I hear good. Good call. Good call. You still have two questions. You still have 2 guesses. So, if you can think of a good question you want to ask, I can veto questions.
4 different Cup teams. Okay, so that rolls out. Well, you got a pen?
Yeah, brother.
Okay.
Somebody has to come prepared on this show.
No.
I make the choose who's on every week along with the show sheet. I edit the podcast. I host it. While you're listing drivers, I'm going to list all the things I do on this show. His wheels are turning. He didn't even look up for that. That was a funny joke.
It was a good joke.
Yeah.
I'm over here thinking.
Yeah.
It's not him. It's not him. It's not.
You still have 2 questions.
I know.
You could ask what
year did he win the Xfinity Series championship?
He won it in 2010. Does that help you?
No, hell no, it doesn't.
Okay.
So he's older.
Does that help you?
Okay.
I didn't make it impossible, but I had to do something. You got it in 4 seconds last time.
Yeah, because you can't be Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, I know. We did go a little
It was almost like an insult.
Yeah, it was kind of an insult. I'm sorry about that.
He won it in 2010?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Let me write down some people.
Okay. You have 1 question, 2 guesses left. You can trade. One of your if you want 2 more questions again, you can trade one of your guesses. People in the chat already got it.
Let's see.
They already got it.
Because they're Googling it.
No. They just knew it off the top of their dome.
I don't think that's him. Sorry, I think I should probably talk more since this is a podcast. So I'm starting to go through different teams. What I'm doing is I'm writing down different teams. Mm-hmm. I've basically ruled out all of HMS and all of JGR.
Okay.
I am thinking about some people from Spire and some people from Legacy Motor Club.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of other damn race teams. Let me see. So you got front row.
Yeah.
And then you got 2311.
Yeah.
Say front row. We got. No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be Noah, and then it's not going to be Todd Gilliland, because neither one of them will.
I honestly forget that Noah still races for front row.
Front row. I know it throws because he drives a 4 car.
I know.
Yeah.
With the same font and everything. It's like it doesn't. Literally, you still think Stewart Haas is racing every time. Because like when you just said that, when you said front row, I was like, dude, they only have one driver, and then you went Noah, and I was like,
well, this is.
I know. No, you're right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just talking.
No, you're good. Keep talking.
Yeah, I'm just letting you think.
You are letting me think here.
Because you're at 6 minutes already.
What? No way. Are you serious?
Yeah.
6 minutes of this?
Yeah.
When people were listening? Okay. What are you guys doing with your life? Okay, then we have Penske.
They want to see you make a fool of yourself.
We have Penske. It's not Cindric. It's because Cindric won this year. So that would be wrong.
Okay.
That would be wrung.
Yeah,
Your thing would be wrong?
My thing
because he
would be
won in
wrong?
2025.
Oh, damn.
And then it would not be Joey. Because you can't pull no light.
No, my facts are right.
Okay.
My facts are right.
Does Blaney want to race this year? That's a question.
Is that a question? Are you asking that?
No.
Are you asking that?
No, I ain't gonna.
For your last question.
I only have 2.
Now you have 2 guesses, though. You can trade.
Tyler, wait, how many guesses do I have?
You have 2 guesses.
Tyler Reddick. Damn it.
That'd be a no, sir. That'd be a no. You have 1 question, 1 guess left. Whew. Did I stump you?
Okay.
I still think you can get
What
it.
manufacturer does he drive for?
Oh, vetoed.
Veto?
Vetoed.
You give me nothing.
Vetoed. Yeah.
Would you say this person drives for a primary team or a secondary team?
Ooh. Currently?
Right now, yeah.
I'd be more out to answer your other question.
I mean, are you going to veto everything I got?
No. How about instead of the manufacturer he drives for now, I'll give you the manufacturers that he's drove for. Like
in chronological order?
No, in any order I want.
I don't want that.
Okay.
It's not going to help me.
Okay. Maybe.
So veto again.
Yeah, I'm
Veto
vetoing
again.
that. I'm vetoing that. I mean, the sad thing is, it's like one of those that I've done with Austin before. Like, it may help you, or if you're not thinking the right path. Like, because I know the driver. So
Right.
it's I will say it is tough for me to just
10.
maybe try to narrow down your question more if you can.
Okay.
It like you got to know that's pretty broad. You know what? Or maybe
Does he race for a race team that recently got revamped in the last 2 or 3 years? Maybe a change happened there. Maybe new ownership.
I'm vetoing that question too.
That's important.
Is
Chris
it?
Buescher.
Chris Buescher, is that your final guess?
No, it's not my final guess.
You sure?
It's not my final guess. It's not my final guess.
Okay.
It's not my final guess.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Do I have a final question?
Yeah. Also, I have.
Can I get a hometown?
No, you can't get a hometown.
What the hell?
You can't get a.
Chris Buescher. Give me
He's a current driver. He's a current driver. I can't be just listing off hometowns.
Can you give me a state?
No.
Can you give me a state? Can you get? What are the point of these questions? If I can't get a single damn question answered,
this
is ridiculous.
What was your very first question?
The fuck, I don't know.
The manufacturers.
Yeah, what manufacturer does he race for? I don't want a list of all the manufacturers.
He races for Ford.
He races for Ford.
I can't give you a hometown. I'm not giving you a state. We're 10 minutes in.
Dude, I know. I'm not trying to take a long time.
No, you're fine.
Races for Ford. So that takes all those people out. There are 2 guys that I'm thinking about.
Okay.
And
who are they?
It is Blaney and it is Busher. And those are the 2 guys that I'm thinking about because I almost said something crazy.
Okay.
I almost said, give me Josh Berry.
That would be wild.
I remember
that would be
he
wild.
won this year.
Yeah, he did win.
Shit.
And he's going to win 2 more times. You gotta roll it. Who
You know
rolling
what? Blaney.
Blaney?
No! Is it Busher?
No, but you were all over it with Busher.
Oh, God.
Drum roll. It is Brad Keselowski.
Oh, dude.
You were all over it. That's why I couldn't add
Dude.
it. I couldn't
About
say.
the revamp.
Yeah, you were all over it. You were all over it.
Because I literally went to RFK.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
but I thought that Brad was racing in the Cup before 2010. That's what messed me up. Is I thought that he was.
He probably was racing Cup then. He just won an Xfinity Series championship in 2010.
Oh my God! Because I was thinking it had to be someone a little younger
Yeah.
than Brad.
Let's go. Let's go.
Dude, I miss Brad.
Yeah. 36 Cup wins. Co-owner of RFK Racing.
I hate myself right now.
You should. That was gettable.
You made that as ungettable as gettable.
I mean, yeah, dude. He has a resume out the ass. I couldn't give you 36 Cup wins. That takes out 10%
You
of
gave
the
me
field.
76 with Earnhardt.
Yeah, I know, but we were being mean.
I want you to be mad.
We were being too nice.
It was much better.
Like you said, it was almost like an insult. So I wasn't going to insult your intelligence.
And then the IROC, too, because that's
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was easy.
Mm-hmm.
But
I went all over the place with this one.
This is ridiculous.
No,
I'm upset about this one.
You're just not as good.
Oh, dude, I'm just so mad. Because I was thinking Blaney, who raced for Junior. How long ago did he race for Junior? I remember he was in the 21 car. So it had been a while since he'd been in Xfinity.
If I would have put 4 Cup teams, would that have mattered? Would that have helped?
You did put he raced for 4 Cup teams.
Okay, did I? Okay.
No, it wouldn't have helped at all.
Okay.
No, it hurt me. It hurt me deeply. Because I can never remember. Yeah, it's fine.
That's okay.
Whatever, dude. I'm gonna
drink your beer.
I'm gonna drive home with a radio silent, dude.
Hey, that's what you said the last time you lost. You had to ride there in silence.
I did, dude.
You better send me a Snapchat of you driving down 40.
It'll be a quiet snap.
Yeah, quiet snap.
I just got new tires.
Yeah.
Ain't no roar.
Good.
You know, it's
Quiet.
gonna be dead quiet, and I'm gonna think, damn, Brad Keselowski.
Yep. Because you should. Because you were all over it. When you said Chris Buescher, I was like, dude, I can't give him much because I don't need him to jump. But
I don't even know where Brad Keselowski's from.
You see, I didn't know. I knew he's from the north.
I think he's from like Ohio.
No, he's from like Connecticut, dude.
If I get Ohio right by Brad Keselowski, I'm correct.
You're correct.
I'm correct.
No, he's from Michigan, so we were both wrong.
It's pretty close.
That is, you were closer. You were closer.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's over there.
It's over there. Michigan.
The Chizu zone is frustrating.
All right, anything else, Colby? Dude.
Then that's it, man.
We're kind of right on time, maybe just a tad bit long. Again, we're trying to keep about an hour and 30 for you guys. But if you guys give this one as little love as you did the hour and 50-minute one, I mean, we'll just be here for days.
I'll just talk forever.
Quick housekeeping, real quick. I told you guys I had a surprise for you.
Yes.
I think we're going to do... I've kind of cleared it with everyone that I'm going with this year, but I think we're going to do a live pod after the race on...
in Nashville?
In Nashville.
Let's go.
So live from the campground.
That's cool.
We're going to do a pod there with the guys that we got going. Kind of doing... I really haven't decided if we're going to live stream yet or not, But I'm pretty sure we're just going to record just because of the setup that we'll have. I don't know how good our Wi-Fi will be to stream, but we're going to record an episode, and then we'll try to get it out like rapidly. Yeah. So it'll be like quick turnaround, but just hoping to have some fun. I think it'll be cool. It'll be at the track. So we'll show you around, almost more like of a vlog feel of what we're doing. But pretty excited about that. And then next week will be as normal. So we'll just have kind of a bonus episode on Saturday or Sunday for you to listen to. But anything else?
Nah, man. All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thanks for being here again, Colby. We appreciate it, and we also appreciate the supporters, Kevin Kirkland, Noah Pendry, Ben Burrow. I got a YouTube comment under our last episode when we were kind of begging people to donate. I guess it felt beggy-like, and I didn't mean it to feel beggy, but
did you?
We're praying. We're praying hard. No, I hadn't been putting the donation link on there.
Oh.
So he was calling me out for that, and I really appreciate that. So
wow.
It'll be...
What an idiot.
I know. So it'll be in the description of the video. You can go down there, donate. Mm-hmm. buymeacoffee.com/dropthegreen, baby.
Yeah.
We'll take that money, and again, all this stuff goes back to the show. All these guys, I can literally put on exactly what they paid for. I can show them, and one of the things is this right here.
Yeah.
So, great.
I heard that sound a lot.
Yeah, you did. Great addition. But again, if you'd like to donate, let us know. Leave a comment. I'm excited, Colby. Thank you again, brother.
Thanks, man.
And we'll see you again next week.
Yes, sir.
Hard times to 10 toes down. You learn pretty quick, you better stand your ground. Ain't nobody coming down. You get what's yours or you go without. Hard times to 10 toes down. You learn pretty quick, you better stand your ground.